In Sea of Thieves Season 11, the waves of change are rolling across the seas. With a whole new way to embark on voyages, tall tales, and more, the fantastical pirate sandbox of Sea of Thieves is at your fingertips like never before. This fundamental change to how you play Sea of Thieves also brings with it a treasure trove of new rewards, new loot, and more. The fantastical pirate sandbox of Sea of Thieves is at your fingertips like never before. This fundamental change to how you play Sea of Thieves also brings with it a treasure trove of new rewards, new loot to discover, and major changes to trading company progression. So hold tight as we set a course to discover all of the incredible new features of Sea of Thieves Season 11. Season 11 introduces a new way to play Sea of Thieves, with a complete overhaul to how you begin your adventures. Using the quest table and our newly redesigned menu, you'll be able to select the voyage or tall tale that you want to embark on, and then either sail or dive straight to it.
Good. Dive straight to it.
Diving will see you briefly travel below the waves, before surfacing right next to where you need to be. This allows you and your crew to start the exact experiences that you want to play and get to them quicker than ever before. The new quest...
Why? What? Like, let me take this in for a second. Let me like chill for a second here with this. Let this sink in for a minute. Get it? Hold on. All right, hold on. Let me see the whole video. Let me not jump to conclusions here.
Straight to it. Diving will see you briefly travel below the waves, before surfacing right next to where you need to be. This allows you and your crew to start the exact experiences that you want to play and get to them quicker than ever before.
Alright.
The new quest table menu has been designed to showcase the best of what Sea of Thieves has to offer. And this begins with the Discover tab. This will be tailored to your progression, highlighting recently unlocked voyages or explaining how to achieve the next step on your journey to Pirate Legend. It'll offer suggestions for what sort of voyage you could do next, and it'll even show what time-limited community events are currently active. No more missed golden glories. The quest table menu will also show you which voyages you can embark on for each of the trading companies. These voyages will be available at any time, so if you just want to go on a short buried trip...
Bro, I'm as a veteran Sea of Thieves player, been here the whole time. When I look at this menu, I'm exhausted. Immediately tired. I look at this and I do not feel relaxed and ready to play video games. I feel like I'm at school looking at a presentation that is overwhelming. The material is, this is so busy. It's so busy, bro. I mean, whatever, but I'm just saying, when I look at this, I'm not ready to play this game. I'm like, what the fuck? What is all this shit?
Treasure voyage.
That being said, let me look at it for a second. Buried treasure, riddles, treasure vaults. It's, god damn, bro. Bounty, ghost ship battles, medley raid voyages, tutorial. Okay, tutorial. And then in the middle, we've got length. Okay, is it trying to tell you about how long it think it's going to take you to do it? Or is it talking about the length of the wiener? Order of Souls, level 12. Jesus Christ. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but at the same time, like, I like that everything's on the table, but, yeah, I think this will be good.
You just want to go on a short buried treasure voyage, it'll always
I think this will be better than it'll
and
be
for
less
the first time ever,
somehow.
completing a voyage will see you immediately rewarded with a small portion of the reputation that you'd normally receive for cashing your loot in at an outpost.
You don't have to turn in loot. to get reputation anymore. You just have to dig it up. You just have to dig it up. All you got to do is dig it up, and you can just fucking move on. That's crazy. Did I hear that right?
Reputation that you'd normally receive for cashing your loot in at an outpost.
No
This means that even if you choose to dive to another voyage or log off for the night, you'll still earn something for your efforts.
What has been a resounding issue with the Briggsy voyage? How many times have we logged into a server and been like, bro, I got one going on, let's get it. We take off, we head towards the peace. Is anybody doing it? No. It's floating in the water, right? It's floating in the water because there's commendations for tapping it. They are literally in their video suggesting that you could tap treasure, leave it, and you've succeeded. I mean, it's, oh, God help me, Lord Jesus, fuck me in the ass.
Voyage will see you immediately rewarded with a small portion of the reputation that you'd normally receive for cashing your loot in at an outpost. This means that even if you choose to dive to another voyage or log off for the night, you'll still earn something for your efforts. And speaking of trading company reputation, you can now work your way up.
When you go to dive, you better have to be alone in your vicinity. If you can just dive because you see somebody coming after you, you can just dive to another voyage across the map. No predictability at all to where you're going. Or who even knows if you're on the same server? I don't even know. I mean, maybe you'd go to a different server. I assume you're on the same server. They didn't say anything about hopping servers. But if you are diving, it better have the same implications as the way it is now. Like, you're going to have a boat around you, hopefully.
Beyond level 75 in most of the companies.
Whoa,
all the way to level 100,
Yay!
where you'll earn a distinction for your efforts.
Yay!
As well as unlocking an exciting selection of new rewards along the way.
Sea of Thieves plushies! Finally, some exciting stuff. Bro, I don't like that people are just going to teleport around the map, dude. That's not Sea of Thieves. Oh, that's not. People teleporting around the map, that's awful. That's horrible, dude. I don't like that at all. Imagine getting a tuck. Wait, tucking is dead. Imagine getting a tuck. And they just dive to their next quest. It's dead. It's literally dead. Like you will never be able to out-5 it anyone ever again. It's over. Like, for real. Tucking is dead. They just killed tucking. Like, I mean, maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe I'm not understanding all the ins and outs. Maybe you can't dive with someone else in your boat. But the way it stands now, if somebody's tucked on your boat and you dive, you black screen, and they go on willy-nilly, if this could be horrible, bro.
Earning a distinction will unlock rings for your pirate. And earning further distinctions will allow you to festoon your fingers with even more polished projections of your piratical prowess. Trading company voyages.
You lose loot if you dive. Okay. Alright, so they wouldn't be able to do a quest. You get tucked on them and then them dive. So, in theory, they wouldn't dive with loot on board. So, if you're tucked on somebody with loot, if you're tucked on a tuck that's worthwhile, you know, quote unquote, then they wouldn't be able to dive. Right. Okay. So, it's not as scary because if you get tucked on an Athena or something, but if they yeah. So it's not as bad. It's not as bad. Look at all these new loot items. This is cool. I'm like so torn right now, like between excitement and anxiety. Like I'm anxious right now. I'm anxious about the fast traveling.
Have been rebalanced to be more rewarding than ever with loot that's exclusive to the Voyages. These loot types won't be found anywhere else in the Sea of Thieves. And cashing this loot in will work towards unlocking the cartographer's pistol and blunderbuss. Emergent treasures like those found in shipwrecks or from messaging. Cashing this loot in will work towards unlocking loot that's exclusive to the Voyages.
Exclusive to
These
Voyages.
loot types won't be found anywhere else in the Sea of Thieves.
Okay.
And cashing this loot in will work towards unlocking the cartographer's
Alright,
pistol
hey,
and
that's
blunderbuss.
sick, because that encourages... That's sick. Okay, so to flip the conversation, that is good for tucking. That is excellent for tucking. That is phenomenal for tucking. That is exactly what the game needs, is exclusive items for cosmetics. Wonderful.
Emergent treasures like those found in shipwrecks or from message and bottle voyages have had a refresh as well. These new kingly treasures are worth a pretty penny, and seeking them out is definitely worth your while. As each treasure returned to the trading companies will get you one step closer to unlocking the cartographer's cutlass and Eye of Reach.
Nice. I like this.
While you now won't need to purchase your Voyages from the trading company representatives on the outposts, you'll still need to visit them to purchase your next promotion for the company. While you're here, you can visit a new, more unified trading company store, which brings all of the themed cosmetics for that trading company into one place.
I'm starting to kind of like the idea of the fast traveling now that I'm sitting here with riddling anxiety going through my brain at 100 miles an hour. I honestly think, and I've had a little minute to stew on it, it might be a good thing. It's fast. It's people getting to the game faster. It's people getting loot on their boat faster. They don't dive after they get the loot. If they do, they lose the loot. You know, fuck them. You can scoop the loot up. It's people getting to the game. It could be good. It could be good.
As well as diving to Voyages and Tall Tales, as you grow your reputation for the trading companies, you'll unlock the ability to dive to specific world events. From shrines and sea forts, to Ghost Fleet battles, and Ashen Winds encounters. These will unlock as you progress through the ranks of the trading companies, so you'll gradually be able to take on the world event of your choosing on demand.
The reason I'm okay with this is because once you get loot, you won't be able to dive again until you turn it in. The reason I'm not okay with this is imagine the level of quote-unquote strategic, I don't want to say exploits, that some pirates are going to come up with. Some very annoying pirates. Very annoying. If you get my drift.
You'll be doing these raid voyages on behalf of the trading companies, so all of the loot that you earn will be related to that trading company. And for the captains of the Sea of Thieves, as you progress with the trading companies, you can net some fancy themed ship crests too. A word of caution though. While you can go on your merry way diving between Voyages, Tall Tales and world events, any loot that you have on board will be left behind when you do so.
Yeah.
So before you dive, you'd better take your precious haul back to an outpost, or it'll be forever lost to the sea.
Good comms.
For players who are new to the game, or if you're a salty sea dog who wants a reminder of the basics, there are new tutorials for each of the trading companies. The Pirate Lord will explain the new quest table menu and guide you through the ins and outs of each voyage type. And if you ever want to experience these again, they are now replayable through the quest table. And of course, with the launch of Season 11, there's another 100 levels of stunning rewards to unlock, including the Cunning Serpent clothing set, the Swift-Winged Wayfarer makeup and tattoo, and the Swift-Winged Wayfarer ship set. Pirate Legends can also indulge in a little cosplay with Belle's mysterious dress and Briggsy's weather-beaten gloves. There are new emissary rewards too, with some rather fetching lanterns and speaking trumpets. And if you're browsing the outpost stores, you'll find the newly added Maestro clothing set, the ideal get-up for melodically minded marauders. There's also a brand new Plunder Pass, available as an optional purchase, where you can earn some dazzling premium items, including the Well-Traveled Trader clothing and the Well-Traveled Trader Collector's ship set. And over in the Pirate Emporium, we've got the Boar Hunter ship set, weapon set, and clothing. You can also start your journey to peak physical pirate perfection with the new Exercise emote bundle. And you can celebrate the start of a new year with the Collector's Lunar Festival Dragon sales and figurehead. Plus, you can grab the Paradise Garden Eye of Reach for free. With the new features added in Season 11, you now have more control over each session of Sea of Thieves. So get ready to explore the seas the way that you want to, and dive into a rebalanced and more rewarding experience with Sea of Thieves Season 11.
7 out of 10. I'm excited. I have reservations. I have concerns. But overall, fuck it. The game is just fucking slow and fucking mediocre right now. I'll take anything. Fucking let them teleport. I don't give a shit. The way the game is right now, it can't get worse.